We're live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the February 5th, 2026 Council Work Session. We will start off with public comment. If you'd like to address council, please come to the podium, state your name and address. All right. Seeing no takers, we'll go to Mr. Ziffel.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you tonight, we have two items which we discussed at our last meeting. These ordinances approving lease agreements for farmland owned by the city. These are annual lease agreements for farming these properties for local farmers, and as required by our charter, any transfer of a real property interest by the city, which we constitute a lease, or also include a lease, must be completed by ordinance. So this is second reading up for adoption.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? Thank you, Mr. Ziffel. We will go on to Mr. Beresford.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Council. In front of you, there's a motion to authorize the clerk of the council to certify to the Ohio Division of Liquor Control the Tennessee Council does not request a hearing on the application for a liquor permit for Trinity Food and Grocery LLC, 313 West State Street, Ohio 45067. So what this essentially is, there is a transfer of property, and with a recent sale, that transfer is in regards to this permit. So there's a new owner in that designated business, and that they want to retain that liquor permit. So after discussions with staff, there has been no issues with that property. So we want to move forward with that and request not a hearing. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Mr. Masisklis.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This was discussed a couple weeks ago. This is an annual resolution to request the Phillip County Auditor to advance all of their previously collected property taxes. So essentially, anyone who paid their property taxes late last year, we otherwise wouldn't receive this until April, but they start their payments next month. We'll get it a little bit early.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Masisklis? Mr. Truster.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I got two motions on the agenda here for two purchases. The first one is a ProMaster van for the administrative, for the director board for IT for Lon, and Kelsey, the event coordinator. It is a smaller van style cargo van for them to be able to use for one, moving equipment from this city building to the new one down the road here, and moving their stuff to different facilities, computers and all that stuff. The IT department doesn't have a vehicle to go for all the different buildings. And me and Lon had a discussion last year about finding stuff for him and trying to knock two birds out with one stone by helping Kelsey moving all her stuff for her events. If you've ever seen Kelsey use the administrative vehicle, have been one, that vehicle is very full when she's coming to the park or Christmas in Trenton. It's to help her move everything around. This vehicle, I did price it multiple different places. The Ford, this was the cheapest that I could find for the bang for the buck, which was for $40,749 from Bud's Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Salina. And we had bought from them before, and they've dealt very well with us. We do have one of these vans right now in the water department, and it's been a very good thing for us. I'm trying to keep it uniform and the best thing for the buck.
Thank you. Any
Cody?
questions?
I do. How many places did you get bids from?
I got bids from Ford and Older Ford for the Ford. I also went through the Sourcewell bidding, which is a government bidding through, it's a company out of California, and I priced it both through them. They sell them. And they were $8,000 to $10,000 higher, even for the exact same vehicle, which surprised me.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
yes, but I try to at least get 3 quotes unless I cannot get from anywhere else, at minimum 3 quotes.
But they were $8,000 higher if you went through the government website.
Correct. Sometimes the Sourcewell is much cheaper than anybody else. Sometimes Sourcewell is even higher. They usually, if you look into the Sourcewell bidding, it's usually a set price off of MRSP, but like a builder like this Buds, they sell so many of them, they get a better price than they can get through the Sourcewell bid.
Thank you.
I do have one more item.
Yeah.
The other item that I have on here is for the fleet maintenance shop. We're trying to expand a little bit more of our services that we do for all our fleet here, which is adding another lift to the shop, which we have a bay. And this lift is set up for an alignment for our cruisers, our medics, and any of the public works vehicles. We currently don't have a system to align our vehicles. We have to take them to another company to have it aligned, which we use a couple different ones depending on the size of the vehicle. We are trying to be able to do it in-house to just decipher problems, keep tires from wearing. It's something that I've been wanting to do. Originally, I was wanting to buy the alignment lift this year, then next year buy the alignment equipment. But as I was working with Sourcewell, I found out that the Sourcewell Big is a government of 45% discount on BIMPAC, which, so the BIMPAC lift came with the price of $31,995 for the alignment lift and the alignment equipment to go with it, which was when I started pricing other lifts like the Challenger, which is comparable to it, was $30,950 just for the lift, not even buying the alignment equipment. But with the Sourcewell bid, it allows us to buy everything in one shot for what we had budgeted this year to purchase.
Right? Any additional questions?
So this would handle anything but our larger trucks, right?
It'll do basically everything from a 550 or the large medics like Madison Township has down. It's what I found. I cannot do the large dump trucks.
Yeah.
That typically takes a pit, alignment pit, where you walk down in it, and any of our trucks that we get aligned, I usually take a blessed motor, or not blessed motors, pardon me. The name just not, but we take it down to another company that aligns it for us, and they usually charge us like $150 to do a dump truck. They take care of us, so.
I do just want to add this, is that when we talk about things for our garage for Trenton, we're also talking about surrounding communities that don't have the facilities to do that as well. So we take care of our own, and who else do we take care of the maintenance for?
Currently, right now, we have 4 contracts with 4 different departments. Right now, we do Madison Township Fire and EMS, Camden Summers Fire and EMS, Gratis EMS, and all of St. Clair Township, from the public works to their fire and EMS.
Awesome. And I will say I've been in contact with leaders of their communities as well, and everyone speaks very highly of us and loves the services and the amount of time that we have between getting a vehicle and getting it back to them. Because some of them said that it usually takes 2 to 3 months to get a vehicle back once you take it, and here it's nowhere near that. So I just want to thank you guys, and everyone's doing a great job.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Just for anybody listening too, yeah, we do bill these other communities for that service, which helps us offset some of the costs of our maintenance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bell?
Good evening, Council, Mayor. So tonight I'm bringing forth a motion to authorize an expenditure of approximately $400,000 for water meters and to enhance our water metering infrastructure. This will put us on a 5-year plan to replace all the residential meters within the city of Trenton that we are desperately in need of. We are many years behind this schedule, so this is something that we feel that is necessary to reverse our water loss issue here in Trenton, but also recoup more revenue so that it will offset costs in the long run, pay for itself. So we currently, right now, our meters are probably approximately 20 years old. positive displacement meters. And just like any mechanical device, it's going to slow down and become less efficient over time. And that's what we're seeing with our water meters. So we propose to replace the mechanical meters with the ultrasonic meters, the latest technology, which are it's designed to capture everything. And we have been replacing some of our larger accounts, and we've been seeing positive results today so far.
Any questions or comments?
I have a question. Each, you said 5-year comprehensive plan. Each year, how many of those do you plan on doing every year?
It's going to be approximately 1,000 meters. So we have, let's see, we're looking at, approximately 1,000 meters. We have approximately 5,000 accounts in this town. And we probably, we already have some ultrasonic meters in place. There's really no way of telling how many, just because of the way that when we were replacing them, that when they were entered in the Beacon, Azure Beacon system, does not really allow us to denote which ones are deposit displacement, which ones aren't. So if we do go into a house and it already has an ultrasonic meter, we're just going to turn around and walk out. Since replacing something that already works. So we're hoping that the number's going to be less than 5,000, but anyway, any which way, we're anticipating, around 1,000 a year. That way, it's manageable for our staff to do the replacement, and also balance the remaining workload that we have in the water treatment plant.
I will mention that this cost normally would be coming out of the water fund. As a part of the budgetary process and something that we've been pushing for the past 3 years is to centralize our interest revenue. So the city's treasury does earn interest on its investments. We've centralized that into the general capital improvement fund. So last year we earned over $1 million in the interest to provide for infrastructure upgrades such as this. So this comes directly out of the interest-bearing account that we've centralized over the past couple of years and not from the water revenues. In future years, this might shift back into the water fund, but this is leaving our water fund untouched for this purpose.
Yeah, and we don't want to look at it as just being a water meter. We look at it as, in my industry, it's advanced metering infrastructure. So water meters today have not just the capabilities of providing us that data, metering the water, but it also allows the technology with some of these water meters allow us to do data logging for pressure, temperature, things of that nature. And pressure especially is very important for us to monitor and data log. And we're able to tailor our AMI system and create events to capture water main breaks in real time. So if you have these water meters set to send you a notice via email that there was a pressure drop, that could correlate to being a water main break. So that could lead us to sending our team of guys out to correlate that segment of pipe and find that break. So it gives us and also it's great for customer relations as well, because we're able to see customer leaks, past the meter, and that will enable us to contact that customer and say, hey, you've had continuous water usage, probably have a toilet running or something like that, and that saves our customers a lot of money. So it really is a great thing for not just the water purveyor, but the community itself as well.
I mean, really, either way, whether we're saving water before the meter or after, it's always money gained by the citizens and money that we're not spending on lost revenue of water.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
So if you walk into a house and it already has the kind of meter that it needs to have, are you able to incorporate that onto your tracking system?
Yeah, so we are also going to take advantage of this opportunity to make our work order system and our just overall system more uniform. So it will allow us to enter all that data, to identify that asset, and that will also allow us to gauge basically a replacement program as well, to incorporate that into that replacement program, knowing what meter that is, when it was installed, its average life expectancy of the meter, and also having the same water meter throughout town and not having different registers will also help with utility billing, because we will have one resolution, okay? And what a resolution is the the pulse of the meter, like a 1 gallon resolution. So right now we have meters that are 1/10 of a gallon resolution, 1 gallon resolution, 10 gallon resolution, and what that could lead to, what we've seen, issues where it was not put in the system correctly. So, for example, we had one meter on West 8th Street that had 1.5-inch register on a 2-inch meter. That's a 64% loss right there. So this will prevent those kind of anomalies to take place as well.
Thank you.
Any idea on how much scrap value these old meters would have?
Well, it depends. I mean, how much you want to value your labor as well. I mean, they are bronze bodies, so there is definitely scrap value with that. However, to get the maximum amount of scrap value, would have to remove all the plastic components from it. So that's labor cost. So, we will factor that in. I personally, in the programs that I've facilitated in the past and led in the past, we just fill up the scrap dumpster with all of it and send it away to pellet. They don't break anything down because it's going to cost you more. And yeah, there is definitely scrap value that comes back to us, but it's more of a cost benefit to just get and send the whole meter away for the that scrap value versus taking it all apart to get the maximum scrap value out of it.
So they'll still pay, even though they're gonna have to do that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at a couple bucks a meter. I don't know what the scrap, cost per pound of bronze is now. I know most metals have been increasing significantly, so there's definitely value there.
Maybe just put them in a pile, count them, and put them on an auction.
Well, I don't know anybody. That's the.
Oh, there's somebody that would buy them and disassemble them, I'm sure, but,
Yeah.
I mean, if we only get a couple $100, it's more better than throwing them in the dumpster, having them go to the landfill.
Yeah, I guess you have to set a limit on your auction, because it could backfire. You could get less than what you would.
You still turn them in as scrap, right? Just unclean, and they give you a price difference?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So they still get something out of it.
Yeah.
okay.
And it's just a few pennies. It ain't really a whole lot left, or difference between clean and unclean, but you still get some money.
Yeah, because you're looking at probably 10 minutes worth of labor.
Yeah.
Each meter to strip them down.
Yeah, that
just
probably
for
wouldn't be
bronze.
worthwhile.
They just take off a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any additional? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Nichols?
Thank you, Mayor Perry. On the agenda, you'll see an ordinance amending Section 210.02 of the codified ordinances. This is based upon the conversation from the last council meeting, adding the caucus agenda item to it. And then I believe there was also a modification to the rules to reflect 2 readings for ordinances or legislation instead of 3.
Any questions or comments? All right, any questions or comments by council unrelated to anything covered today? I do have a couple things. First, I would like to say with the last roundtable, what One thing that we listened to was how the city isn't looking as good as it has in the past. And honestly, looking around a little bit, that doesn't fall on the city that we're not doing our job, but I think some of our residents need some help. And so we're just in the beginning phases of this now, but the thought is this. I know we have some elderly that their yards or their homes just get away from them from time to time, or your lawnmower's broken and now your grass is getting high, but you either A, can't afford right now to get it fixed, or B, it's just taking too long to get it fixed, and now all of a sudden you're outside of code. So what I would like to do with at this time and start organizing would be a group of people so that if someone's under those circumstances and the city recognizes that their property is outside of what we would, I won't say what we would want, but outside of what our code allows.
Yeah.
And you go to them and their reasoning is something like that, like I just can't get to it, or I'm a single mother and I just don't have time, that there is a group that they can contact and it can be taking care of them for them. On a limited basis, of course. I don't want to start grass mowing, free grass mowing, but it's something that if somebody falls behind, they don't fall in that trap of continuously falling behind just because of one misfortune. So it being wintertime right now, that's something that I'd like to just explore, and as it starts to get spring and everything, maybe we can put something together and help people out that need and deserve the help. The other thing I did notice coming into Trenton was the wooden sign as you're coming in across the bridge. If there's any chance we could get that pulled down and painted. I know a citizen has painted signs in the past to make sure that they were that they look good. So if there's any way we could get in touch with that citizen to possibly repaint that sign, not to throw any of them under the bus, or repaint it ourselves, that would be much appreciated. It's just something, as I was sitting in the barber shop, that I noticed on Tuesday.
You're talking about the one there by Casanos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any other ones that are noticed. If you notice a sign like that that doesn't necessarily look the way that it should, or it's looking, a little...
Or the dead out, that was one of the things, that I saw last year, was the deadness of the stuff that was planted there.
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
Just, honestly, on the city's website, we do have that report of concern page. Just say the sign on such and such, or this sign isn't looking the best that it possibly could be, and let somebody at the city know, and we can get that taken care of.
Oh, and it did get taken care of.
Oh, yeah. And then, lastly, I'm sure we all know the tragedy that happened last night.
Yeah.
And I would just like to say, first of all, that there will be a vigil tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the home. And then also, as of right before the meeting, there wasn't any word on the day-to-day items that the family is going to need, but there is a GoFundMe set up. I don't have that right now in front of me, but I will post it on my Facebook page. And I would just ask anybody, if you feel compelled to help the family out. It was a tragedy, but this is something we can all come together and do what's right for our community.
Mr. Perry,
Yes.
is there any updates on the fireman that was hurt?
Mr. Nichols.
I think they're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard or seen anything. I knew there was a couple hurt.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The fireman that was injured.
Yes, yeah, we received word this morning that they are recovering. Yeah.
Good. Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, seeing nothing else, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn the work session.
So moved.
Second.
Vice Mayor Croucher and Councilwoman Butts. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Croucher,
Yay.
Ms. Butts,
Yay.
Ms. Montgomery,
Yay.
Mr. Prophet,
Yeah.
Mr. Nichols,
Yay.
Mr. Rourke,
Yay.
Mayor Perry.
Yay. We are out of work session at 6:54 p.m. We will be back at 7:30 for the regular council meeting as scheduled. Thank you.